Hey everybody, Engine Doc again. I got another interesting engine for you today. I've got a Stirling engine, and I'll show you here. We'll get it running here after a bit, but it's a model of a fan, a hot air fan, and the old fellow that built it never did put the blade on it, the fan blade. He just put a flywheel on it and got it running. And I think at that point he was pretty well finished with it. So it sat around for, I think, about 35, 38 years. And I come across it here a couple years ago and purchased it for my collection, and I've enjoyed it quite a bit. Get a pretty good look at it here. It's got a nice little brass flywheel on it, and it's got some real nice action. We'll get it out here and get down here on the bench and fire it up here in a little bit. Pretty neat little engine. Here's the bottom side. Little legs here that it stands on. This is the hot section here where the flame comes against this and heats this up, and the cold section's up here where the fins are. This is the power piston, and the center one here is the displacer, and it just runs like a champ. Let's get it fired up here. Okay, basically what we do is just we take an alcohol lamp such as this. I burn denatured alcohol in it, and we'll pop the cap off here, get a lighter, and fire this flame up. Don't know if you can see that in the camera or not, but it's just almost an invisible flame. And the way this is designed, it'll set on these different facets, and you can get different angles on it. It'll set up straight, or you can kind of lay it down at an angle. What I'm going to do is lay it at an angle under there where I get just the tip of that flame, just licking on the bottom of that power cylinder there, that hot cylinder. We're going to let that heat up a bit, and it takes a few minutes for it to get warm enough to run. And while that's warming up, I'll explain this power piston here. You would think that you would have to put a little oil on that. There it goes. But what you do is you just you pull that piston out, and to lubricate that, it's such a tight fit. Take a number 2 pencil and color the outside of that piston around, and put a little bit of this graphite off the pencil on it, and that's all it takes to lubricate this engine. A little drop of oil up here on the rods, and that's it. The mains are ball bearing, and that's all there is to it. I tried to use some powdered graphite on the cylinder here, like you would use in a lock, and that locked that engine up. It was just too much material in there between the piston and the cylinder. It's such a tight fit. It's an airtight fit, but it just needs a little bit of lubrication, and what little graphite I get off of a pencil here is enough to lubricate it and keep it from seizing up. But she sings along just fine here. I'll get a close-up of it here for you. She's just singing right along. Of course, the hotter you get this cylinder down here, the faster it'll run. And as it warms up, it'll run faster. It's beginning to take off pretty good there now. And getting happy. Let me see if I can reset my flame in a different area here. I get just a little cooler part of the flame, and it'll slow down just a little bit. I suppose once it got warmed up it would run on a cigarette lighter. Very interesting concept. I gotta hold it down here or it'll jump around a little bit. I'll let loose of it there. We'll see how it acts. That's not too bad. Any faster than that, it'll start kind of jumping around a little bit. Pretty cool little Stirling engine. Get you a view from the other end of the bench here. And if I just take this flame out of here, set it to the side, immediately it slows down, comes to a stop eventually. And that's all there is to it. Cap up the flame, and we're done. Hope you enjoyed.